Today is April the 9th, 2022, and today on my mind I had change. I had change in my mind. I remember the first time I deeply reflected on change was in 2020. Whenever I came back from being abroad, the first time, I was really depressed. It was really bad. I gained so much weight. Just nothing felt right anymore. The things that used to make me so happy, I did not feel the same. I didn't want to really hang out with people. Like, I would just dread just walking around. Like, every day felt the same. Like, whenever the pandemic hit, I remember it was like March, or when we stopped going to school at least, and I remember thinking to myself, like, has 3 months really passed? Like, because I was just so deep in it. And I think a part of it was, like I said, coming back from Spain. I really loved it. And I came back to Greensboro, and I didn't have a lot of money, and like I said, nothing really brought me joy anymore, and that was really hard. And I miss traveling. I miss doing so many things. And so eventually I got a therapist, and that's when we started talking about change and the changes that I had went through, but also preparing me for the changes that I was about to go through. The pandemic had just hit. I just got back from being abroad. Those were the things that I just went through. Some other things that went on in the previous years, like moving to college and some other stuff. And then, of course, I was graduating, and a few months from there, and I was working at my school, so I wasn't going to have that job. I was going to have to find another job. I was going to have to be an adult and, doing that during the pandemic. And it was just so many things that was changing around me. And once I got through that, got my first big girl job, and then came to Spain and, was with host family, and then left to live with myself, and just so much change around me. And I feel like for the first time in a very long time, I'm in a very stable place. And I guess a part of me is kind of scared, because I'm like, okay, well, what's gonna happen? Like, and I hate to feel like that, but it's kind of like, it's what I'm used to. And I know that things actually are going to be changing in a few months. But I think, I'm susceptible to change, but it still frightens me. I think the unknown in general just frightens me, and I don't know how to properly deal with that fear. And I guess the best way that I've been dealing with it lately is just reminding myself who I am. In those moments where I'm scared about what the next is and whatever, like, I remember that, I'm a strong woman, and, I'm confident in myself, and I'm confident in my abilities, and, I'm qualified for many things, and, I know that I have God on my side, and changes are like new chapters, in life, and some chapters maybe you're like, I'd rather skip over this, or some chapters you can't put the book down, you're just so into it, or you see transitions throughout the plot through these different chapters, and they all make up this book of your life. And I don't know what the next chapter is, but I know that it's a part of my book, and I have to remember that. I have to be content with that. I have to know that. But this chapter in my life, and those past chapters and different things that make up my life, they're always going to be a part of me. My study abroad adventure is always going to be a part of me. Me going through this pandemic is always going to be a part of me. So I'm starting to kind of get over this fear of change, and to remember to look forward to the next, and look forward to this, because it's the things in the past that has led me up to this new moment, and the things that I've learned throughout those past chapters that is bringing me to this new moment.